Is your air conditioning blowing room temperature air, or do you just want to do some basic maintenance yourself? We will show you some very basic steps to keep your AC running this season. The best time to do these steps is before you turn on the AC for the year. But any time works, as they say, better late than never. And if you're lucky enough to be viewing this from someplace that needs cooling all year round, then it would be advisable to do this twice a year to prevent issues. The first and most common thing that stops cooling is a plugged filter. The good news, it is also the cheapest fix. I personally like to mark on the date I change it so I can get a sense of when it's going to be time to get my vents cleaned. Then if you find your drain hose is discolored and getting plugged, remove it. Again, it is good practice to do this on a regular basis. Remove the hose and run it under a tap with hot water. Blow it out with an air compressor, or even better, a mix of both. The threaded connection to the evaporator coil should be removed, as this can hide a plug in the line too. This one is clean, but they can get full of debris. If you find water around the drain connection, ducting, bottom of the furnace, or hoses backing up, then this could be the reason why. There are other reasons, but we will go through that in other videos. A good inspection of all the lines will prevent issues throughout the cooling season. If you get value from this and any of my content, please like and subscribe. It keeps me making the content to try help you DIY. Give these catch points extra good inspections. Give them a rinse in the hot water, even if they look like this one, as it will prevent issues. Once everything is rinsed out, reassemble. If needed, take pictures before you disassemble so you know where everything went. Next up, we are going to inspect and, if required, clean the evaporator coil. This is the part of the AC system that is inside the furnace ducting. The furnace blows air over the coils, so it is essential it is clear of debris to allow adequate airflow through it. Take a soft bristle brush to clean. Go with the direction of the fins so as not to damage them. We want to avoid flattening the fins, as this restricts airflow. A can of evaporator coil cleaner can also be used if required. There's a link in the description if you wish to purchase a can. Read the instruction of it carefully to ensure proper use. And then finally, another very simple but overlooked one is cleaning the condenser coil. This can be very simple to do depending on the condenser design. It is as simple as rinsing it off with a low-pressure water supply like a garden hose. The unit can get wet. It is designed to be out in the rain. If your condenser is built with a heavier outer shell, you will have to remove it to gain access. These cannot always be easily seen from a glance, so these are often very plugged up with debris. A plugged unit will eventually result in a blown compressor, and that is as expensive as it sounds. Thanks for watching.